Alright, we got the Shibuya arc Save Jujutsu Kaisen for Me by Liam Needes. This dropped 2 weeks ago. Let's see what he's talking about.
Jujutsu Kaisen has potentially been the biggest anime.
Bro, what? Hold on. What was this intro, bro? I swear I heard this intro before, bro. Am I tweaking? This is like that fucking Watch Mojo ass intro to the top 10s, bro. I swear to God, I heard that shit before.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Bro, nigga, that is a bar for bar Watch Mojo intro. The little music in it, bro. I'm not even gonna. If you know, you know, bro.
Has potentially been the biggest anime of last year, which is no.
I can't, bro. And then the nigga, like, they got the nigga, bro. He sound exactly like how that Watch Mojo nigga be talking. Anyway. Back to this. Let me lock in. I'm sorry.
Easy feat. 2023 was an amazing year for anime with so many heavy hitters. Attack on Titan.
Bro, I can't get over the fact that he talking like, oh my God, bro. He talking like he's doing a fucking. I can't pinpoint, bro, the whole way that he talking, bro, it's a certain style, bro. This shit is just, I can't get over it, bro.
Ended in 2023. Vinland Saga and Freerun aired in 2023. Demon Slayer was there too. The point is, 2023 was actually a really hard year for anime to stand out amongst the crowd, and yet Jujutsu Kaisen was still able to flourish. In fact...
Okay, bro, like, I'm a look. We got a lot of content left in this video. I'm not gonna say nothing, but bro, please, we can't be making obvious like what.
The Shibuya arc was genuinely incredible, and not only lived up to, but surpassed the hype that manga readers have been building for the past couple of years. However, to say that I've been a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen since the start,
I'm not gonna say like surpassed the hype, because it definitely surpassed the hype, but it's not like the hype was that crazy. Like, there was hype for Shibuya, like, oh, I heard a couple of times, okay, bro, y'all can't wait till we get into the Shibuya arc, but it wasn't like no fucking Chainsaw Man hype, like, you know, like, it was good, like, especially, we knew JJK, like, nobody thought JJK wasn't gonna do Shibuya arc justice. Like, I don't think anybody had that concern. There was nobody thinking that the Shibuya arc was going to be garbage.
The anime would be completely untrue. In fact, I must admit that I didn't really love the first season that much. The reasons why will become more clear and apparent as I discuss the Shibuya arc further, as it did address some of my issues, but not all of them. Now, I'm not saying that the first season was bad, because it was good, just in my opinion, not as good as a lot of people were saying it was. And that opinion didn't change when I watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. If you want to know a bit more about my feelings on Season 1, then I do have a video on it, but I will forewarn you that it's a really low quality video, but I'll still link it at the end if you want to check it out. You may have noticed that I've only been praising the Shibuya arc, even though Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 featured both the Shibuya Instant arc and the Gojo's Past arc, or the Hidden Inventory / Premature Death arc, and that's because I actually felt the same way about the Gojo's Past arc as I did with the first season. Allow me to explain.
I would just say you JJK niggas are watch time demons, bro. I swear. You're watch time demons.
One of the greatest strengths of Jujutsu Kaisen is its animation. MAPPA are one of the best studios running right now. Every single one of their anime look fantastic, but Jujutsu Kaisen is a different beast altogether.
And this is what I mean. It's like, he's about to yap about a lot of stuff that doesn't matter here instead of getting to his point. And like, this is what I mean by watch time demons.
Even with Chainsaw Man, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is the best looking anime that MAPPA have ever released. That's something that has always been true. Any problems or disappointments that I had with the first season, the animation was not one of them. And in my opinion, the animation was even greater here in Season 2. There were quite a few people that said the animation was worse in Season 2. Obviously everyone is in...
Bro, hey, we need to kick them niggas off the side of a goddamn mountain, because they don't got eyeballs.
Entitled to their opinions, but to me the animation in Season 2 blew everything that came before it out of the water. Both of Gojo's fights with Toji, Geto versus Toji, Geto falling to the dark side, it was just so objectively well animated to me that I couldn't understand how people were saying that the animation was either bad or worse in Season 2. The worst part about all this is that the animators at MAPPA were quite famously working under very poor conditions for this anime. It's been well known that animators aren't always treated the fairest, but it clearly reached a peak with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. It's sad because you'd be watching these incredibly animated sequences, but at the back of your mind, you'd know that it only looked so good because of how overworked the animators were. And then on top of that, you've got some guy going, the animation was better in Season 1. It's just quite disheartening, and I hope that MAPPA can start making effective changes for the betterment of their employees, because I do think the company will implode on itself otherwise. But anyway, the Gojo's past arc, as stunning to look at as it was, didn't change my mind or feelings on Jujutsu Kaisen. That's because my biggest issue with Jujutsu Kaisen going into Season 2 was the characters. I didn't really care about any of the characters in Season 1 outside of Nanami and maybe Gojo. The main reason for that is the
Nigga, how? Look, and this is like, you can't even argue with someone like this, because this is such an objective taste, and it's so objectively bad that you only care about Nanami, which was literally in the he literally got maybe 2 or 3 episodes in the first season. He's like, he gotta be like, in terms of Season 1, he gotta be like one of the least people with goddamn screen time. Like, he had a singular part, and that's all we saw Nanami for. But it's like that whole singular little arc, that was Nanami. And like, if you like the character, you like the character. But like, and like, of course, who doesn't like Gojo? But like, those are the only 2 characters you like out of everyone that was introduced, out of everyone we got to know. Like, that's just, you can't argue with someone who just has objectively a bad taste like that. And then and then this is my point. How does Season 2 change that? The backstory of Gojo and Geto and everybody, that doesn't change your opinion about your problem with JJK, because those are all side characters that don't have a lot of screen time. Maybe it changes your opinion on Geto a little bit. Okay, that makes sense. But the Shibuya arc, bro, who do you get to know in the Shibuya arc that changes your opinion? Like, Choso? Maybe you like Yuji more? Like, there's no one else really that gets like a crazy moment or a backstory in there that would change your opinion about their character crazy. Like, I don't think so. Maybe you like Sukuna more? So maybe some of the, like, I don't know. I'ma just, let's see what he gotta say.
Anime never really allowed the characters a chance to develop, and that was the same issue here. I'm just going to throw up a spoiler warning now for the rest of the video. I actually really like Toji in Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's got nothing to do with his character or how he acts in this arc. I like Toji purely because of how cool he was in the Shibuya arc. He was devastatingly strong, and his fight scenes were just cool. But it's not like he was really given much characterization or depth.
Nigga, what? He wasn't given no characterization? Bro, you niggas be lost, bro. You be lost. No characterization is crazy, bro. Like, are we serious? When he's first introduced, we learn about why he's doing what he's doing, bro. And then, oh my god. And then when he's about to die, when he says to Gojo about his son, nigga, this is all characterization. When he comes back and he does what he does for Megami at the end, but like right before he goes away, like, bro, come on, bro. You niggas be losing me, bro. No characterization. Like, what are we supposed to get? What else are we supposed to get about Toji? You want his whole goddamn life story? I mean, we pretty much got it.
In the Gojo's past arc. Then there's Riko. I didn't care about her character at all because she's dead before.
Duh! No one cares about her. She's not meant to be cared for. Like, this is, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to make it through this one, bro. I can tell you that right now. I am not going to be able to make it through this one. You just brought up an absolute side character that is not impactful to the story. She's impactful to that arc. That's all she's impactful for. And to the overall story, you are not supposed to care about her. She's just something to make the plot go forward, bruh. That's all she's meant for. I can't believe you just brought her up, bro. That's really boiling my blood.
Well, she can properly develop. Also,
nigga, she's not supposed to develop! That's the point!
She's just kind of there sometimes. She seems to have a bigger presence in the opening than the actual arc itself. Even Gojo and Geto didn't really develop that much to me. The final episode of the arc I did like though.
Bro, this nigga is talking about the presence in the opening, bro. Like, we didn't watch the same show. We all know JJK openings are not meant to be taken serious. With what they show in the opening, bruh. Come on, bro. Her being shown there doesn't mean shit.
That's where we see the change in the characters. Gojo is a very silly character who likes to have fun, but whilst Rico's death didn't have an impact on me, it clearly did on him. He takes his responsibility of being the strongest seriously and works tirelessly at improving himself. Geto's downfall and turn to the dark side was done really well in this episode. You can see how his loss to Toji and the death of Rico has impacted him. Through a combination of great animation and direction, you can truly understand how difficult of a decision it is for Geto to make. Whilst we know it's the wrong one, knowing the inner turmoil it caused for Geto really enhanced his character for me, and I actually ended the arc really liking his character. It got me excited to see where the anime was going to take.
So this is my problem here. If you rewind it just 2-3 minutes ago, I literally just said the only other person that would get you interested in characters here would be Geto. I literally said that bar for bar. So how did you watch the past arc? You gained another character that you're interested in and still think that JJK is like, it wasn't doing it for you. Your problem was the characters weren't, they weren't getting you interested enough. That was the problem, so you say. You get the past arc, you get another. So that's an upward spiral. You say you're excited for the next part, right? So if this gets you excited, how do you start off the video saying the past arc, it didn't do it for me. It didn't help. It had no effect. And it was all the Shibuya arc that saved JJK for me. When you're literally saying right here that Geto got you interested into the rest of the story.
Him, as he is one of the major villains in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Losing me.
Oh, he was dead the whole time? So his character is like done now then? Okay, well at least that gives a lot more room for Gojo to grow and develop.
Bro, like you niggas can't be real, bro. You niggas can't be real, bro. Did you not just say you watched the movie? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, so he's not going to be in the show for a while. Huh. Well, at least I'll always have Nanami.
Bro, this is like 17 episodes into the show, bro. This is like 10 episodes after what you just said.
What's that? Nanami was the author's favourite character? Well, I never would have been able to tell. At least we can all agree that Nanami rocked that Two-Face cosplay. Yes, that is the signal that we are going to start talking about the Shibuya arc. The Shibuya arc dealt with my character issues in two ways. One, it actually developed some of the characters. Yuji Itadori was viewed as a bit of a wet blanket of a main character. Many said he was just Diet Ichigo or off-brand Naruto.
Look, I've said this a billion times, and I'm gonna say it again. Because you niggas don't know how characters are supposed to work. For anybody who's lost that doesn't understand how Yuji's character is gonna work, I'm gonna tell you. Yuji is brought into a world that he was not familiar with, right? He's not familiar with it. So let's compare him to a character like Ichigo. The same exact thing. He's brought into a world where he's not familiar with it. So how do both of these characters develop? Oh my goodness. Over time. Through battles. Through things that they have to do. They both have little to no purpose at the beginning. But they get it. They get their purpose. They get their mission. They get their goal. Bro, like, how is he a wet blanket, bro? He has to develop a history. He has to develop his character. Like, come on, bro. You niggas are be fucking losing me on the Yuji point, bro. That should be making me mad.
So, it even became commonplace for people to say that Yuta was a much better protagonist than Yuji ever was.
Yeah,
and Yuta was only in one film compared to Yuji's entire...
And this is how I know you niggas are dumb. Like, Yuta literally has a whole backstory. Of course you think he's a better main character. He has a whole backstory. You know why? Because he's been in the JJK world much longer. So of course he has history, bro. Yuji just got into the world. He has he has almost no drive but to live. That's the only way he can live is by doing the things he has to do in the JJK world. Like if he doesn't comply, he's literally going to get killed. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
Season to make his case. To be fair, I do think that Yuta is a pretty good character,
He's a
and his
fantastic
arrival
character.
at the end of the season was one of my favourite moments. But Yuji really did step up in the character department this season. Truthfully, a lot of it is down to him just suffering a lot.
Like, of course he's going to step up in the character development. Like, this is the first major thing to happen to him in the whole show. Of course he's going to become a better main character. Like, you would think it's common sense.
And then finding the resolve to persevere through it. I felt really sorry for Yuji this season. He has one aim, and that is to die a good death, and by extension be a good person. But he is also a vessel for Sukuna, and the continuance of his life resulted in so many deaths. He feels guilt and regret for actions that he himself did not do. We watch Yuji get completely broken down this season, and it's tough to watch. However, we also see something stronger and tougher get built up from all those broken pieces. The events that took place in Shibuya will have a lasting effect on the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen's story, and nowhere is that more clear than in how Yuji changed from the start of the arc to the end of it. However, for me, this is really the season where the villains took off. I've already spoken about how cool Toji was. Dagon was also really cool and felt like a legitimate threat to our heroes. Jogo really shone this season. He was a character that had always felt weak, but this season made it clear that he was actually extreme.
Nigga, I don't know if we were watching the same show. There is no way you thought Yogo was weak. Yogo wanted to smoke with everybody in the show. I mean, bro, you got it, bro. He literally went bar to bar with the strongest character. Like, he got washed, but he didn't die. Like, how do you survive the strongest character in the whole show? And you think that nigga's weak? I mean, hey, bro, you got it, bro.
Extremely strong, and just suffered from terrible matchups. This is the first time in an anime where a character that we're told is strong but keeps losing genuinely felt like a powerful force. His fight against Sukuna is also my favourite fight in the entire series. I feel like a lot of people will say that Sukuna's fight with Maharaga was the best of the show, but for me that fight exemplified the reason why a lot of anime fights fall flat with me. I just genuinely couldn't tell what was happening in the Maharaga fight.
Oh my god, I hate you niggas, bro. That's the point. That's the point. These niggas are so strong that the regular nigga doesn't understand what's going on, bro. It's literally just like in Dragon Ball Z when two of the strongest characters are teleporting across in the air and niggas are like, I can't even tell what's going on. That's the point. So the fact that you don't understand what's going on means that it was done exactly what it was supposed to do, bro. Like, this is literally the point.
Most of the time. The animation was very clearly excellent, and when I could tell what was happening, I loved it, but that fight lacked a lot of visual clarity. I never had any issue following what was happening in Sukuna vs Jogo's fight, and it was equally well animated in my opinion, so that's why it's my favourite.
Because, look, one is a complete massacre, and one is an actual fight that leans a certain way. Of course you can understand what's happening in a massacre because Yogo is literally just losing the entire fight. And Yogo is nowhere strong to how strong Maharada is. So like that's the whole point, bro.
Favorite fight in the show.
This is the thing that loses me. How do you say this? Yogo, the fight with Yogo and Sukuna, like, oh, I followed that fight clearly. And you don't think there's a purpose to that? To the other fight? You don't think there's a purpose to that? It's the same team working on it. You just think that they just dropped the ball here? No, the purpose is that you're not supposed to understand. That's the whole purpose, bro.
Speaking of Sukuna, he may just be my favourite character in Jujutsu Kaisen after this season. He was genuinely scary this season. He had a screen presence that I don't think I've ever seen any other anime character employ. Scenes were actually really
like, bro, this is like, I'm really trying not to, like, I'm really trying not to, like, blow up on everything this nigga says. But this has got to be the most normie thing I ever heard. You never seen an anime with someone that has a presence like Sukuna? What the heck? What in the world? Where's my remote at? Bro, that's some crazy shit. How does a fucking JJK shit just start popping up in the background? Look, that gotta be the craziest thing that ever happened to me ever. Regardless, I didn't forget what I'm talking about. Oh, never mind. I remember. Bro, there are so many other animes that have just fucking villains that are just at the peak of the game. That are just fucking scary, bro. This nigga is not the first person to do it, bro. So the fact that you saying that is like, that's outrageous to me.
Tense, and I was just as terrified for the characters' lives as they were. It helps to hear some of the best animated scenes of the season. As popular as Levi was in Attack on Titan, I doubt that he'd be as monumentally popular if he didn't get all the best action scenes. However, Sukuna is more than just his fights. Yes, his personality really comes through when he fights, like when he's drinking out of a plastic cup whilst battling Maharaga.
Bro, you gotta understand, like, Sukuna, I mean, like, oh, you comparing a character, like, Levi is not popular because he just has the best action scenes in the show. Levi is popular because he's a fucking dog. It's the same thing with Sukuna, bro. Like, Levi is a fucking dog. That whole sequence with Kenny, yes, beautifully fucking animated. But if he loses, or if he, like, gets caught, like, we'll be like, okay, this is a fantastic scene. But no, the fact how he was doing them niggas, like, goddamn 6v1, how he was fucking moving in that EDM gear, like, bro, he's a dog. It is not because he has the best action scenes in the show. It is because the character is a dog. It's the same thing with Sukuna. Sukuna shows up, the first thing he does, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, just horrible takes.
For him constantly laughing, well, I got a better sense of who Sukuna was. He's powerful and he knows it. Waste his time and you'll regret it. But if you show him a good time, he'll show you respect. It was interesting to see that side to Sukuna, that he actually respected his foes, even if they couldn't lay a hand on him. It made him more likeable, and I won't lie, he may have murdered a bunch of people, but at least he looked cool doing it. I'm not 100% sure who the final big bad of Jujutsu Kaisen will be, but if it is Sukuna, then I'm more than happy to watch how his plans unfold. If Sukuna's not the main villain, then who else could it be? Well, there's only Fate Ghetto, one of the most interesting...
Like, you're clearly not watching the show, bro. Like, I don't know. The things that you're saying just lead me to believe that you were not watching the show. You didn't pick up on anything that was said during the show. Nigga, I mean, I'm
villains in anime. Sukuna is cool, but we haven't really seen his plans or end goal yet. Fate Ghetto, on the other hand, we got to see his plans in motion. First of all, the reveal that it's not Ghetto was so cool, and the image of that brain poking out of Ghetto's corpse has been seared into my memory. One of the key aspects of Not Ghetto is his intelligence. Firstly, how he was able to best and then seal Gojo. Then with how he killed Mahito and took on his abilities to enact his plan. It was also smart. Sukuna is powerful, but Fate Ghetto is powerful and extremely clever. Both characters are formidable, and I wonder how they'll be bested.
Bro, will you stop calling this nigga Fate Ghetto and call him by his name? He has a name. The name, he got a name. Call him by his name.
At the end of the show, if they'll even be bested. Jujutsu Kaisen got so dark this season that I genuinely could see this being a show with an unhappy ending where the bad guys win. I wonder how such an ending would be received. It's not just Sukuna and even eviler Ghetto that were great this season, but Mahito too. People hated Mahito. Sukuna and Fate Ghetto are popular characters that people hate to love, but Mahito is the opposite. Everyone loves to hate this piece of crap, and that's a sign of a well-written character. Mahito is very goofy and very charming.
He finally said something good, bro. Finally you said something good. It's been 10 minutes, bro. I'm so glad you didn't miss the point of Mahito. I'm so glad that didn't go over your head.
He's nasty for the sake of nastiness, doing everything he can to make the humans around him suffer because it's fun. I have no idea how he came across in the manga, but his abilities were a real highlight of the anime. The way he used his powers was always creative, and I never knew what to expect from him. I've spoken about this before, about how in recent times there's been a real push to the idea that sympathetic villains are better than just pure evil ones. The villains in Jujutsu Kaisen show that isn't the case, at least for me. It is honestly refreshing to have a villain like Mahito who gets off on the fact that he's torturing Yuji. It made his defeat all the more delicious when he finally got his comeuppance. Anytime you see him get punched in the face, you can't help but smile. Mahito was a very entertaining villain right up to the end, and has likely cemented himself as one of the most despised anime characters of all time. The excellence of the villains, and the darker, more oppressive tone of this second season, shows the second way that Jujutsu Kaisen dealt with its character issues. A lot of the characters didn't develop much this season, if at all, but I wasn't as bothered about it because of the much higher stakes of the story.
Did you hear that? I'm gonna replay it just in case you missed it. Oh, I can't click right, man. Listen.
Shows the second way that Jujutsu Kaisen dealt with its character issues. A lot of the characters didn't develop much this season, if at all, but I wasn't as bothered about it because of the much higher stakes of the story.
So you telling me your whole problem with JJK was the characters? That was your problem, right? The Shibuya arc didn't even fix that problem for you. Something else did. So let's hear what magically turned the whole anime around. If the problem was the characters and the second and the Shibuya arc still didn't do that for you,
it didn't bother me that the characters hadn't received their fair share of development because I was more concerned with whether or not they were going to die in the show or not. It's not just that they would die, but that they would die horribly in such an undeserved manner. For example, Kusakabe was a character introduced in the movie but got a bigger showing here. There wasn't much to his character outside of his humorous cowardice, and yet I really liked him and wanted to see more of him. Why? Because there came a point in this season where I was genuinely concerned that he was going to be killed by Sukuna.
Panda! Hurry up and run! No, you won't.
This scene was extremely tense, and I didn't doubt for a second that Sukuna could dice him into a million pieces with just a glance. Because the anime had done such a good job of presenting the very real threat that the good guys were facing, it meant that I rooted for them even more, and therefore formed stronger connections with them. They didn't need to be these extremely well developed characters in this arc, because the severity of their situation was more than enough to get me to care about them and their survival. That said, this doesn't completely negate the issue, and some of the characters really should have received a lot more development by this point. I'm of course talking about some of the more major players in this anime. Coming out of the first season, it really felt like the relationship between Yuji, Megumi and Nobara was underdeveloped as they'd spent such little screen time together, and individually, the three of them did not receive a lot of character development. Yuji got more than the other two, since Megumi and Nobara fade out of the main story near the middle of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, but overall when I talk about my character issues, a lot of it stems from these three.
Bro, how do they fade out the main story, bro? Nobara, Nobara is literally there in the end, bro, of Season 1.
As they're the main characters of Jujutsu Kaisen, so they should therefore at least have some development. Well, of course, I was more than willing to wait and see if Season 2 would rectify that. And as I said before, it really did with Yuji, but Megumi and Nobara still feel like a waste to me. Let's start with Megumi. I learned nothing new about Megumi as a person in the Shibuya arc. As far as I'm concerned, he wasn't developed as a character, and it's annoying because there was a golden opportunity in this arc to develop Megumi. I mean, he literally fights his dead dad. I don't think I need to explain why there's good potential character development there.
I mean, you don't think this nigga is gonna learn? Like, this is what I mean. Like, y'all niggas have no common sense, bro. Like, you don't think he's gonna learn in the future and that's gonna give him some character development? Especially with how Toji could have killed him, with how it ended. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all be missing obvious setups and say that they missed opportunities. Nigga, it's a setup for the future, bro. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't a setup. Maybe it's a missed opportunity. But if you actually are paying attention, it is a clear setup for something. And I don't know if the author's going to capitalize that or not. But it's a clear setup for him to learn about his past and his dad and stuff like that, bro. Clear setup.
And yet all Jujutsu Kaisen does with this is have Megumi's dad chase him around a bit, and then Toji kills himself upon recognising his son. For some reason, Toji was the one who got more development out of their fight, and it was essentially just one line of dialogue. Megumi just hasn't received the development he should have by now. I think it says a lot that when people do talk about Megumi, it's more to mock him for how often he tries to use Mahoraga on people. Nobara is worse because she actually dies this season. Dies being in air quotes because she might come back, although I hope she doesn't. Honestly, I'm so surprised by how many people love Nobara. Like, there is a personality to her character, but still I'm surprised by how many people say that Nobara is their favourite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. I've seen people say that Nobara is one of their top 10 characters in anything. Maybe it's one of those cases where people just click with a character when they first see them and decide they're their favourite. I do that all the time. Right now I'm watching an anime called Undead Unluck. I recommend watching it. It's an anime that's only gotten better with each episode. But in Undead Unluck there's a character called Billy. He hasn't done much in the anime up to this point, but he might be my favourite character in the anime. Why? Because I think he's cool. I like his character design and personality. Up to this point in the anime, he hasn't really developed, but that doesn't change the fact that I click with his character. I think that might be why so many people like Nobara. That, or they can recognise the genuine potential in her character. I think that Nobara could have been a great character, but instead she's just wasted potential.
Bro, like, the thing that loses me is how y'all talk like this is absolute. Like, the show is over. Like, this just wasted potential. There's no potential there anymore. It's gone. Nigga, the show is still ongoing. Why do y'all talk in absolutes, bro? It is not over. Nigga, this is an action-packed season where you just said the stakes are high. There was very to little no character development. So why are you holding that against characters in the show? Like, you literally just said that bar for bar, and then 3 minutes later you come back and hold the same thing against some characters. Like, you just losing me, bruh. You're losing me.
Because I didn't care about Nobara, I didn't care when she died. It doesn't help that her death was really drawn out. I appreciate that with Nanami we got a cool fight right after. With Nobara, they spend the entire episode finally giving her character some form of backstory and development. Unfortunately, I found it to be really boring and not particularly interesting. It's probably one of the low points of this arc. To be fair, it is worth mentioning that I knew that Nobara was going to die. I didn't know it was going to be this season, but I knew she was dead in the manga, so that probably removes some of the impact. How did I know? Well, because Jujutsu Kaisen fans love spoiling everything. I know so much that happens in the manga. I knew Nanami.
And this is why I can't take you niggas serious. It's like, of course things aren't going to be impactful to a nigga that knows stuff, bro. Like, if you're anime only, and so many anime only niggas are probably disagreeing with so many things that you have to say. Because of course, if you know certain things, it's not going to hit the same, bro. Like, that's just so obvious.
He was going to die. I'd seen the panels of Mahito running away from Yuji. I'd seen the manga panel of Geto with his brain sticking out. I actually know what fake Geto's name is, but I've avoided saying it because I don't think they've said it in the anime.
Bro, like, when I say I am convinced this nigga did not watch this show, I am convinced. I am convinced. There are so many things that you said that only a nigga that didn't watch this show would say.
A lot of people were unlucky this year when it came to a manga spoiler involving Gojo. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, both the manga and anime, just can't help but spoil this anime for everyone else. I even know why Sukuna
not the manga and anime, just the manga niggas. I've been away from Twitter when when that whole JJK shit was going on. I didn't touch Twitter a single time. I have still not have been spoiled. YouTube did not spoil me, bro. You just gotta tap in, bro. Anime niggas don't spoil, bro. It's the manga niggas, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that they the problem.
Keeping Megami alive because people can't stop mentioning it every time they discuss Sukuna. However, I think it says a lot that so much was spoiled for me and I was still blown away by Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
No, it doesn't say a lot. What says a lot is how much you missed and how you don't realize that since you've been spoiled, things aren't going to hit the same. And you're counting that against multiple characters and multiple incidents. That's what.
There's another issue that I had with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Whilst the animation was incredible, I really wish they wouldn't dim the screen so much. I'm pretty sure they have to do it so that it's acceptable for broadcast or something, but it's still so annoying when you have a really cool fight scene or animation sequence and then all of a sudden the screen goes noticeably darker and I'm having a harder time telling what's happening in the anime. Some people also had issues with the ghosting effect in the anime, which could be annoying at times.
Nigga, like, what are y'all talking about, bro? I don't know if we be watching the same shows or y'all just be finding things to complain about. I literally can't think of a single incident where I was watching the anime and I was like, wow, this shit just got dark. I can't see shit. That shit did not happen a singular time, bro. I don't know, like, y'all just be seeing things that I don't be seeing. Y'all just be too meticulous, I guess. I don't know how y'all be finding the things that y'all be finding to critique, bro. It's a real talent. It really is.
I feel a bit more mixed on this anime soundtrack. Overall, I think Jujutsu Kaisen had a pretty good soundtrack, but sometimes I feel like certain tracks were placed in moments they shouldn't have been. Like for example, when Yuji and Choso are fighting in the bathroom. It's an amazing fight, but I found the soundtrack in the background to be a little distracting. Though this might just be down to my own tastes in music.
Yeah, it's your
Speaking
own
of
taste,
which,
bro.
I've never really been a fan of the Jujutsu Kaisen openings. I know that's blasphemous to say, but it's true.
God damn, bro. Like, I'm just at a loss for words, bro. I just can't take a nigga I can't take someone serious who says, I didn't like the music in season 2, and then you say you don't like any openings from JJK. Like, I can't take that serious. Like, you just got an awful music taste, bro. That's all it is. You just have goddamn awful music taste.
It's weird because I really like the artist's songs outside of Jujutsu Kaisen. For example, I really like the Psychopaths openings by Huya Extended, and I love Bleach 1000 Year Blood War's first opening by Tatsuya Kitani.
Yeah,
but for whatever reason, the openings have just never clicked with me, although I do think they are all fitting openings for the series. That said, I did really like the ending song more than words. For me, it was just the perfect ending song to take us out of whatever craziness we just witnessed in the Shibuya arc, though I doubt it will replace the iconicness of Jujutsu Kaisen's very first ending song. Now that was amazing. Lastly, I watched Jujutsu Kaisen dubbed. I know that may come across as even more blasphemy to some people, but that's how I watched it. Personally, I watch both dubs and subs, and I alternate between anime. In my opinion, Jujutsu Kaisen's dub is fine. It's not one of the best I've ever heard, although some of the dub voice actors like Kaiji Tanga's Gojo and Amber Lee Connors as Mei are perfect in their roles. That said, the dub does struggle with some moments when the actors have to try and fit the line to the characters' lip flaps.
The number of your allies and their locations.
The thing is, Nanami's dub voice actor is really good. It's just this one line where he has been directed to prioritise matching the lip flaps. If you ask me whether you should watch the dub or the sub for Jujutsu Kaisen, I would probably recommend the sub as the safer bet, even though a lot of the voice acting in the dub is really good most of the time. Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya arc lived up to the hype and converted me from just a casual watcher of the anime into a legitimate fan. Its turn towards a more dark and depressing storyline was the perfect decision, because there are now stakes and consequences to the.
So we got 2 minutes left in this video, and I'm still waiting on what saved JJK for you. You never specified. You never specified what saved it. The characters. It wasn't the characters. You already said that. So what was it? What was good enough that saved JJK for you? If the characters, there was no character development, there's not enough interest for characters for you, what saved JJK for you, bro? Where is the answer?
The anime, it makes it a lot more interesting and engaging to watch. I'm really excited for the upcoming third season, which is adapting the Culling Game arc. I'm sure it'll be another fantastic season, although I do really hope that the animators receive a much better experience from working on it. It really does sour the whole thing, knowing that the people working behind the scenes are going through their own torturous experience. With this season done, I really do think that Jujutsu Kaisen has cemented itself as a rare must-watch anime. I might not be fully sold on some of its characters yet.
A rare must-watch anime. Bro, there is so many must-watch animes. What do you mean by rare must-watch anime? Like, I don't know, bro. That just seemed like something that a normie would say, bro. It just seemed like something that someone who's not tapped into the community would say. you will never hear me say that something is a rare must-watch anime, because there are so many must-watch animes. They are really not rare. It's really not. Like, there are so many golden animes. There are so many good animes. There's not rare must-watches, bro. In
Its
my
story and
opinion, but
world
like I said, I'm tapped in. So that's just my personal opinion. Maybe you disagree, bro.
building more than make up for that. In a year stacked with great anime featuring even better animation, Jujutsu Kaisen has a legitimate claim to having the best animation of the whole year. I am so glad that this anime ended up becoming as good as everyone said it was. Jujutsu Kaisen's Shibuya arc will definitely go down as one of the best arcs in anime history and the turning point from when I fell in love with the series. If you enjoyed listening to my thoughts, then please do leave a like. Comment below what
So he never said what it was that made JJK, that saved JJK for him. He never said what it was.
you thought about Jujutsu Kaisen. Are you like me? Was the Shibuya arc what converted you, or were you a mega fan from day one? Who's your favourite character? Mine was Nanami, but it's probably Sukuna now. And also, if you were a big fan of Nobara, then please comment below what you thought of her death and also why you liked her so much. I'm genuinely interested to find out why people liked her so much. And whilst you're there, do subscribe too please. I'm aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2024. It might be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.
So he must have recorded this 10 years ago, because he said by the, oh, never mind. I'm tripping. Hey. Look, if I ever see another video by you, Liam, I'm just praying that you actually watch the show, so like you don't miss a billion things, and you just like don't actually aggravate me when I'm reacting to the anime, reacting to your video. I mean, and please, like, next time, like, can you answer the question that you led the whole video up to? It's like this is like writing an essay, and you build up a question, and you build up all these examples, but you never answer the question at the end of the essay. You never make the conclusion. This is what this video felt like to me. So you like the video? You'll like this one too. Go ahead and click on that. Yeah. You're still here? So you don't fuck with me? Alright, I'ma just